I'm standing in my mother's home office right now, holding a document that's making my hands shake so badly I can barely read the words. It's a life insurance policy. A $2 million life insurance policy. On me. Dated June 15th, 2010, 3 days after my 18th birthday. And according to the payment history I found in the same folder, neatly organized in a leather binder with tabs for each year, she's been paying the premiums every single month for the past 15 years. My mother is the beneficiary, the only beneficiary. $2 million, payable to Diane Williams upon the death of her daughter, Isabel Marie Williams. That's me. I'm the daughter whose death would make my mother a millionaire twice over. I found this document 23 minutes ago. I know exactly how long it's been because I've been watching the clock on her desk, watching the minutes tick by while my brain tries to process what I'm seeing. I came to her house to water her plants while she's on a 10-day cruise to Alaska with her book club. I wasn't snooping. I swear I wasn't. I was looking for the spare key to her storage unit because she'd specifically asked me to grab some Christmas decorations from the unit so she could decorate when she got back. The filing cabinet was in her office. It wasn't even locked. The folder was right there in the front of the top drawer, labeled in her neat handwriting, Insurance Isabel. I thought maybe it was health insurance paperwork, old documents from when I was still on her plan as a dependent, maybe dental records, maybe vision insurance receipts, normal parent things, normal daughter things. But it's not normal. None of this is normal. It's a life insurance policy worth more money than I'll probably earn in a decade of working, more money than my house is worth, more money than makes any kind of sense for a single, childless 33-year-old woman with no debt and no dependents. And she's been paying $437.50 every single month for 15 years. I did the math 3 times on my phone calculator because I couldn't believe it. That's $78,750 she's spent over 15 years. $78,750 betting on my death. My phone is in my hand. I don't remember picking it up. I'm calling Trevor, my husband, but my fingers are shaking so badly I have to try 3 times before I can hit his contact. It rings, and rings, and rings. Come on, come on, come on, I whisper to the empty office. Finally, voicemail, his professional recording. You've reached Trevor Morrison. I can't take your call right now, but leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. The beep sounds and I realize I have no idea what to say. How do you condense this into a voicemail? How do you say, I think my mother has been planning my death for 15 years, in a way that doesn't sound completely insane? Trevor, I manage. My voice cracks. Trevor, I'm at my mom's house and I found something really bad. She has a life insurance policy on me. $2 million. For 15 years she's been paying for it. I can't just call me back, please. As soon as you get this, I need you. I hang up and immediately wish I hadn't. The silence in the house is oppressive, suffocating. I look around my mother's office, really look at it for the first time. Everything is so normal, so perfectly, disturbingly normal. Her desk is organized. Pen holder, letter opener, a framed photo of the 2 of us from my college graduation. Her bookshelves are lined with mystery novels. She's always loved mystery novels. The darker, the better. Agatha Christie, Gillian Flynn, Tana French. Her bulletin board has reminders pinned to it. Dentist, Nov 12, book club, The Silent Patient, call Isabel about Christmas. She was planning to call me about Christmas, while maintaining a policy that would pay her $2 million if I died before we could celebrate it together. I set the policy down on her desk with trembling hands and force myself to keep looking through the folder. If I found this, what else is there? There are other documents. So many other documents. Premium payment receipts organized by year in plastic sleeves, 2010, 2011, 2012. Every single payment documented. Every single $437.50 recorded. The consistency is almost admirable. She never missed a payment, not once. In 15 years, not a single lapse. There are beneficiary update forms, one from 2015, one from 2019, both still listing only Diane Williams as beneficiary. I scan the 2015 form, looking for what changed. The address. She updated the address when she moved from our old house to this one. And the 2019 form? Policy review, it says. Standard 5-year review. No changes to beneficiary. Just confirmation that yes, she still wanted to be the one to collect when I died. And then I find something that makes my blood run cold. Medical questionnaires. 3 of them. Dated 2012, 2016, and 2020. Filled out in my mother's handwriting, asking about my health history, my hospitalizations, my medications, my pre-existing conditions. I scan the 2012 form. According to this, I was treated for accidental ingestion of toxic substances in October 2011. I wasn't. I had the flu. I went to student health at my college, got some Tamiflu, and was better in a week. The 2016 form lists a severe concussion from accidental fall. I've never had a concussion. I've never fallen hard enough to need medical attention. The 2020 form describes ongoing cardiac concerns, multiple ER visits for chest pains and irregular heartbeat. I went to the ER once in 2020, and that was for a kidney stone. My heart is fine. My doctor tells me at every checkup that I have the heart of someone 10 years younger. These are lies. All of them. Fabricated medical history. But why? I pull out my phone again and take pictures of everything. The policy, the payment receipts, the medical questionnaires. I take so many pictures, my phone storage warning pops up. I don't care. I need evidence. I need proof that this is real, that I'm not losing my mind. My phone rings. Trevor. I answer before the first ring finishes. What's going on? Your message scared the hell out of me. I'm at my mom's house. I found Trevor. She has a $2 million life insurance policy on me. Has had it since I was 18. She's been paying almost $500 a month for 15 years. There's a long pause. What? I found it in her office. The policy, all the payment records, everything. She's the only beneficiary. $2 million if I die. Isabel, that's insane. Are you sure you're reading it right? I'm looking at it right now. I took pictures. I can send them to you. My hands are shaking so hard I can barely hold the phone. Trevor, why would my mother have a policy like this? Why would she spend $78,000 over 15 years betting that I'm going to die? I don't know. Maybe it's not what it looks like. Maybe she took it out for some other reason. Estate planning, tax purposes. Then why not tell me? Why keep it secret for 15 years? I don't know, baby. I don't know. But I'm leaving work right now. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Don't touch anything else. Don't move. Just wait for me, okay? Okay. But even as I say it, I'm pulling open another drawer. Okay, I'll wait. I won't wait. I can't. Because now that I've found this, now that I know my mother has been keeping this secret, I need to know what else she's hiding. The second drawer has tax returns. Nothing unusual there. The third drawer has household bills, insurance papers for the house and car, normal things. But the bottom drawer, the deep file drawer, has a locked cash box pushed to the very back. I know I should stop. I know I should wait for Trevor. But my hands are already reaching for the box, already trying the latch. It's locked with a small combination lock, the kind you'd use on a gym locker. I try her birthday. 0425, nothing. My birthday. 0618, nothing. My grandmother's birthday. 1107, click. The lock opens. Inside the cash box is a manila envelope, thick with papers. I pull it out with shaking hands and open it. Medical records. Real medical records. From actual hospitals. but not for me, for my mother. I flip through them, trying to make sense of what I'm seeing. Psychiatric evaluations, prescriptions for anti-anxiety medication, antidepressants, antipsychotics, hospital admission forms from a facility I don't recognize, voluntary admission for acute psychiatric episode, patient reporting severe paranoid delusions, fear of harming others. The date on the admission form is November 2009, 6 months before she took out the insurance policy on me. There are more records. Therapy session notes. Patient continues to express fears that her daughter is in danger. Believes unnamed parties are targeting the daughter. No evidence to support these beliefs. Diagnosis: paranoid personality disorder with delusional thinking. The notes go on for pages. Patient fixated on daughter's safety, has implemented excessive security measures, monitoring daughter's location constantly, calling multiple times per day to verify daughter's well-being. I remember that year. I was a senior in high school. My mother had suddenly become incredibly overprotective, wanted to know where I was every minute, called me constantly. I thought she was just being a worried mom before I left for college. I thought it was normal, but it wasn't normal. It was paranoia. It was delusion. I keep reading. The psychiatrist's notes from 2010, patient has developed elaborate belief system around daughter's safety, claims daughter is being targeted for death by unnamed organization, has taken out life insurance policy on daughter to have resources if the worst happens, recommended continued treatment and medication adjustment. So the life insurance policy wasn't about profiting from my death. It was part of a delusion, part of my mother's paranoid belief that someone was going to kill me. But that doesn't explain the fake medical records. That doesn't explain why she's been documenting accidents that never happened. Unless she's been trying to build a case, evidence that her paranoid delusions are real, proof that I really am accident-prone, really am in danger, really am going to die young. My phone rings again. Trevor. I'm here. I'm outside. Let me in. I run to the front door and open it. Trevor takes one look at my face and pulls me into his arms. What did you find? So much. Trevor, there's so much. The insurance policy is just the start. I show him everything. The policy, the fake medical records, the psychiatric evaluations. He reads it all in silence, his face growing paler with each document. Your mom is mentally ill, he says finally. Your mom has been dealing with serious mental illness for over a decade. I didn't know. I had no idea. She hid it from me completely. The insurance policy, the fake records, all of it. It's part of her delusion. She genuinely believes someone is trying to kill you. She's been documenting these fake accidents to prove it. But why fake them? Why not just document real things? Because there are no real things. No one is actually trying to kill you. So she's manufacturing evidence to support her belief. It makes sense. It's horrible and sad and makes my heart ache, but it makes sense. What do? I ask. Do I confront her? Do I get her help? Do I call her psychiatrist? I don't know. This is beyond anything I know how to handle. Maybe we should talk to a professional, a therapist who specializes in this kind of thing. My phone buzzes. A text from my mother. How's everything going, sweetheart? Did you find the decorations? Missing you. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Love you so much. I stare at the message. She sounds so normal, so loving. Nothing in that text suggests mental illness or delusion or 15 years of paranoia. I need to keep looking, I say to Trevor. If she's been hiding this, what else is she hiding? We go back to the office. Trevor starts going through the file cabinet while I search her desk. In the bottom desk drawer, underneath a stack of greeting cards, I find a leather-bound journal. I open it to a random page. The entry is dated March 2019. Saw the car again today. Dark blue sedan. Same one that's been parked across the street all week. They're watching her. I know they're watching her. Called Isabel 3 times to make sure she got to work safely. She sounded annoyed, said I was being overprotective again. Doesn't she understand I'm trying to save her life? Renewed the policy today, $437.50. Every month I pay it, and every month I pray I never have to use it. But if something happens, at least she'll be taken care of. At least the money will be there. Dr. Morrison says my fears aren't rational, says there's no evidence anyone is targeting Isabel. But how would he know? He's not with her every day. He doesn't see what I see, the cars that follow her, the strangers who watch our house, the accidents that keep almost happening. Last week, she almost got hit by a car. She said it was just a close call, that the driver didn't see her. But I know better. They're getting bolder. They're testing, seeing how close they can get. I can't tell her. If I tell her, she'll think I'm crazy. Just like everyone else thinks I'm crazy. But I'm not crazy. A mother knows. A mother can feel when her child is in danger. I flip to another entry. June 2021. Isabel is pregnant. She told me yesterday. She looked so happy. Trevor was beaming. All I could think about was the danger. A pregnant woman is more vulnerable, easier to target, easier to hurt. I tried to be happy for her. I tried to smile and say congratulations, but inside I was screaming. Because now they won't just target her. They'll target the baby too. I updated the policy last month, made sure it's still active, made sure the coverage is sufficient. $2 million should be enough to take care of Trevor and the baby if something happens to her. She's due in February. 6 more months of constant worry. 6 more months of watching and waiting and praying nothing goes wrong. Wait, pregnant? I was never pregnant. I've never been pregnant. I flip back through the journal, looking for other entries about this pregnancy. They're scattered throughout 2021. June. Isabel told me she's pregnant. August. She's showing now. I can see the bump. October. She says the baby is kicking. Doesn't she realize how much danger she's in? December 2021. She lost the baby. My worst fears came true. She called me from the hospital, crying, said it was a miscarriage. But I know better. I know what really happened. They got to her. They found a way to hurt her without leaving evidence. They took her baby. And there's nothing I can do about it because no one believes me. Not the doctors, not the police, not even Isabel herself. She thinks it was natural. She thinks these things just happen. But I know. I've always known. They've been after her since the day she was born, and they won't stop until she's dead. I close the journal feeling sick. Trevor, she's been hallucinating. Whole events that never happened. She thinks I was pregnant and lost a baby. What? Read this. I hand him the journal and watch his face as he reads. This is really bad, Iz. This is way worse than I thought. She's not just paranoid. She's having full-blown delusions. She's experiencing things that aren't real. And she's been living like this for years, maybe decades. How did I not know? How did I not see it? She's good at hiding it. People with mental illness often are. They learn to function, to seem normal. But underneath, there's all this chaos. I think back through my childhood, my teenage years, my 20s, all the times my mother seemed a little too protective, a little too worried. The constant phone calls, the questions about my health, the insistence that I check in regularly. I thought she was just a concerned mother, but she was being consumed by paranoid delusions. There's something else, Trevor says. He's holding a folder from the file cabinet. Bank statements, but not for accounts in your mom's name. Look at this. I take the folder. Inside are statements for an account at a bank I don't recognize. The account holder is listed as D. Williams Trust, monthly deposits of $500 every month, going back 15 years. Where is this money coming from? I ask. Look at the source. Trevor points to the deposit descriptions. They all say the same thing. North Star Holdings. What's North Star Holdings? I don't know. But whoever they are, they've been giving your mother $500 every single month since 2010. I do the math. $500 a month for 15 years is $90,000. Someone has given my mother $90,000. She uses it to pay the insurance premium, I realize. The premium is $437.50. The deposit is $500. The extra goes into this trust account. But why would someone pay for a life insurance policy on you? I don't know. Unless I trail off, a terrible thought forming. Unless what? Unless her delusions are real. Unless someone really is targeting me. Unless the paranoia isn't paranoia at all. Trevor looks at me like I'm the one who's lost touch with reality. No, that's not you're starting to think like she does. Don't do that. But what if she's right? What if there's actually someone out there who wants me dead? What if all of this, the policy, the money, the fake medical records, what if it's all real? It's not real. Your mother is mentally ill. The medical records prove it. The journal proves it. This is a woman who's been experiencing paranoid delusions for over a decade. We need to focus on getting her help, not on validating her delusions. He's right. I know he's right. But I can't shake the feeling that there's more to this story, something we're not seeing. I need to find out who North Star Holdings is, I say. I need to know where this money is coming from. How? I don't know. Hire a private investigator? Google them? There has to be a way to trace it. Trevor pulls out his phone and starts typing. After a minute, he shakes his head. North Star Holdings. It's a shell company, registered in Delaware. No public information about who owns it or what they do, so it's designed to be secret. Looks like it. Then we need someone who can dig deeper, someone who knows how to investigate this kind of thing. A private investigator. Yeah. Trevor is already searching on his phone. There's a firm downtown, Morrison and Associates. They specialize in financial investigations, corporate fraud, asset tracing, that kind of thing. Think they could help? Call them. Make an appointment. Today, if possible. While Trevor calls, I go back to the journal. I flip to the most recent entry, from 2 weeks ago, right before my mother left for her cruise. Leaving tomorrow for Alaska, 10 days away from Isabel. I don't want to go, but the book club insisted. They say I need a break. They say I'm too stressed, too anxious. They don't understand that leaving her alone is the most stressful thing I can imagine. But maybe it's good. Maybe 10 days away will give me perspective. Dr. Morrison keeps saying I need to learn to let go, to trust that Isabel can take care of herself. Maybe he's right. I asked Isabel to water the plants while I'm gone, to check the house. Maybe while she's here, she'll find the insurance policy. Maybe she'll see that I've been trying to protect her all along. Maybe she'll finally understand that everything I've done because I love her. Or maybe she'll think I'm crazy. Maybe she'll hate me. Maybe this is the end of everything, but at least she'll be safe. That's all that matters. At least, even if she hates me, she'll be alive. My hands are shaking as I close the journal. Trevor, read this. He reads the last entry and his face goes pale. She wanted you to find it. This wasn't an accident. She left it out for you to find. But why? I don't know. Maybe she's tired of hiding it. Maybe she wants help. Maybe. He trails off. Maybe what? Maybe she knows something we don't. Maybe there really is something going on, and this is her way of warning you. Before I can respond, my phone rings. Unknown number. I answer without thinking. Hello? Isabel Williams? A man's voice. Professional. Formal. Yes? This is Detective Marcus Chen with the Seattle Police Department. I'm calling about your mother, Diane Williams. Can you confirm that she's currently on a cruise to Alaska? My stomach drops. Yes, she left 10 days ago. Why? What's wrong? Miss Williams, I need you to stay calm. Your mother's cruise ship has sent out a distress call. There's been an incident on board. We're still gathering details, but I wanted to contact next of kin as soon as possible. What kind of incident? Is she okay? We don't have full information yet. The ship is approximately 200 miles from the nearest port. They're being escorted by the Coast Guard. I'll update you as soon as I know more. In the meantime, is there somewhere you can go? Someone who can be with you? I'm with my husband. What happened to my mother? We believe it may have been a fall. She's in the ship's medical facility. The ship is working on getting her to a hospital as quickly as possible. A fall. My mother fell. My mother, who has spent 15 years convinced I'm going to die in an accident, just had an accident herself. I'll call you as soon as I have more information, Detective Chen says. I'm sorry to have to tell you this way. He hangs up. I stand there, phone in hand, unable to process what I just heard. What is it? Trevor asks. What's wrong? My mother. There was an accident on the cruise ship. She fell. They're taking her to the hospital. Oh my God. My phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. Stop looking. Destroy everything you found. If you don't, the next fall won't be an accident. I show Trevor the message. His face goes white. We need to call the police. Right now. And tell them what? That I got a threatening text? That my mentally ill mother has been paying for life insurance on me? They'll think I'm as crazy as she is, but someone just threatened you. Or it's a prank. Or it's my mother's delusions becoming my reality. I don't know what to believe anymore. Another text arrives. Your mother believed. That's why she's falling right now. You're next unless you stop. My hands are shaking so hard I drop the phone. Trevor picks it up and reads the message. We're going to the police. Now. But before we can move, my phone rings again. Detective Chen. Miss Williams, I have an update. Your mother is in critical condition. She's being airlifted to a hospital in Juneau. You should get there as soon as possible. Critical condition? But you said it was just a fall. It was a significant fall. Multiple floors. We're still investigating how it happened. There were no witnesses. Multiple floors. My mother fell multiple floors on a cruise ship. That's not an accident. That's not a slip on a wet deck. That's attempted murder. I look at Trevor. He's reading my face, and I can see the moment he comes to the same conclusion I have. My mother's delusions aren't delusions. Someone really has been targeting our family, and they just tried to kill her. We need to get to Alaska, I say. Now, Isabel. My mother has been right all along. Someone is trying to kill us, and we have to figure out who before they succeed. Trevor doesn't argue. He just nods and pulls out his phone to book flights. While he does that, I look around my mother's office. All the documents, the policy, the journal, the bank statements, evidence of 15 years of paranoia or 15 years of being hunted. I gather everything into a box, every piece of paper, every document. I'm not destroying anything. I'm taking it all with me because my mother tried to warn me, and I'm not going to make the mistake of not listening. We leave the house and lock it behind us. On the drive to the airport, Trevor keeps checking the rearview mirror. What are you looking for? I ask. To see if we're being followed. Are we? I don't know. Maybe. There's a black SUV that's been behind us since we left your mom's neighborhood. I turn around to look. There is a black SUV, 3 cars back. It could be nothing. It could be my imagination. Or it could be exactly what my mother has been afraid of for 15 years. We get to the airport and park in the long-term lot. The black SUV drives past us, and I breathe a sigh of relief. Just paranoia. Just my mind playing tricks. But as we walk toward the terminal with our hastily packed bags, I see him. A man in a dark coat, standing by the entrance. He's looking at his phone, not at us. Just a normal traveler. Except I've seen him before. In a photo. In my mother's file. Richard Porter. The man who has been funding my mother's insurance payments for 15 years. My father, who I thought was dead, who is very much alive, who is standing 50 feet away from me right now. I grab Trevor's arm. Don't look. But that man by the door, that's Richard Porter, the one funding the policy? Yes. Are you sure? I saw his photo in the private investigator's report. I'm sure. What do? We get on our plane, we get to my mother, and then we figure out what the hell is going on. We walk past Richard Porter. He doesn't look up from his phone, doesn't acknowledge us, doesn't give any sign that he knows who I am. But I know who he is, and now I know that everything my mother believed was true. Someone has been watching me, tracking me, waiting, and my mother spent 15 years trying to protect me from a threat I didn't even know existed. On the plane to Alaska, I pull out my mother's journal and read every entry, slowly, carefully, looking for clues. She mentions Richard once in an entry from 2011. Saw him again today. He's still looking for her, still asking questions, but he won't find us. I've made sure of that. As long as the payments keep coming, he'll leave us alone. So Richard Porter is looking for me, has been for years, and my mother made some kind of deal with him. Payments in exchange for what? For leaving us alone? For not taking me? The insurance policy suddenly makes sense. It's not about my death. It's about leverage. As long as my mother pays the premiums, as long as the policy is active, Richard has a reason to keep me alive. Because if I die, the policy pays out. And if he's somehow connected to that payout, he benefits from me living, not dying. It's twisted. It's insane. But it's brilliant. My mother turned her mental illness into a protection strategy. She used Richard's greed against him. As long as I was worth more alive than dead, I was safe. But something changed. My mother fell, and that wasn't an accident. Did Richard decide I was worth more dead? Did the policy terms change? Did my mother miss a payment? I check the payment history on my phone, the photos I took. Every payment, made on time, for 15 years. No missed payments, no lapses. So why now? Why would Richard try to kill my mother now? Unless he's not after the insurance money. Unless he's after me for a different reason entirely. We land in Juneau 8 hours after leaving Seattle. It's midnight local time. We take a taxi directly to the hospital. My mother is in the ICU, critical condition, multiple fractures, head trauma, internal bleeding. A doctor meets us in the waiting room. Are you Isabel Williams? Yes, how is she? Stable for now, but the next 48 hours are critical. She took a significant fall, from the ship's upper deck down to the promenade deck, at least 40 feet. How did it happen? We're not sure. There were no witnesses. She was found unconscious on the lower deck. Ship security is reviewing camera footage. Can I see her? She's sedated. But yes, you can see her. I follow the doctor to my mother's room. She's connected to machines, tubes, monitors. Her face is bruised and swollen. She looks small, fragile, nothing like the woman who spent 15 years fighting invisible enemies to protect me. I sit next to her bed and take her hand. Mom, it's me. It's Isabel. I'm here. I found everything. I understand now. You were right. You were right about all of it. Her eyes flutter open. She looks at me, and I can see recognition, relief. Isabel. Her voice is barely a whisper. You came. Of course I came. Mom, who did this to you? Richard. He found out. About the policy. About everything. Found out what? That I'm dying. She coughs, winces in pain. Cancer. Stage 4. 6 months, maybe less. Dr. Morrison didn't want me to go on the cruise. Said I needed to start treatment. But I wanted one last trip before. You're dying? That's why Richard pushed me. The policy only pays if I die of natural causes. If I die of cancer, he gets nothing. But if you die while I'm alive, the payout is guaranteed. So he's trying to kill you before the cancer does. And then he'll come for you. The policy pays to me if you die, but if I'm already dead, it pays to the secondary beneficiary. Who's the secondary beneficiary? Richard, your father. I put him on the policy in 2010. It was part of our deal. I pay the premiums. He leaves us alone, and if anything happens to you, he gets the money. But why would he want to kill you? If you die, he can't collect on my death. He can if he kills you within 6 months of my death. There's a clause. I didn't read it carefully enough. My lawyer found it last month. If I die and you die within 6 months, the payout still goes to Richard. So he's trying to kill you, then kill me, and collect $2 million. Yes, I feel sick. My own father, a man I never met, a man I thought was dead, has been planning my murder for 15 years. Why did you make a deal with him? Why not just run? Change our names again? I tried, when you were a baby, but he found us. He always found us. So I made a deal. Money in exchange for your safety. It worked. For 15 years, it worked. Until now. Until now. She coughs again, blood flecking her lips. Isabel, you have to run. You have to disappear. He won't stop. I'm not leaving you. I'm already dead, sweetheart. The cancer will take me in a few months, but you can still live. You can still get away. How? He found you. He'll find me. She reaches up with her free hand and pulls a chain from around her neck. A small key on a silver chain. Safety deposit box. First National Bank, Seattle. Box 247. Everything you need is in there. New identities, money, instructions. I've been preparing for this day since you were born. Mom, take it. Use it. Save yourself. I take the key. Her hand falls back to the bed, too weak to hold it up any longer. I love you, I whisper. I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. I'm so sorry I thought you were crazy. Not crazy, just a mother, doing what mothers do, protecting her child. Her eyes close. The monitors beep steadily. She's alive, for now. I leave her room and find Trevor in the waiting room. We need to go back to Seattle, right now. What? Why? My mother is dying, cancer. She has 6 months. Richard knows. He tried to kill her to speed up the timeline so he can kill me and collect the insurance. Jesus Christ. She gave me a key to a safety deposit box. She's been preparing for this. We need to get whatever's in that box. We catch the first flight back to Seattle. In the air, I tell Trevor everything my mother said. The deal with Richard, the cancer diagnosis, the 6-month clause. So he's going to try to kill you, Trevor says. Soon, before your mother dies of natural causes. Yes, then we go to the police. Right now, tell them everything. And say what? That my dying mother made a deal with my supposedly dead father to pay him to leave me alone? That he's been funding a life insurance policy for 15 years? They'll never believe it. And even if they do, what crime has he committed? Paying insurance premiums isn't illegal. Being a bad father isn't illegal. Attempted murder is illegal. He pushed your mother off a cruise ship, allegedly, with no witnesses. And she's not dead, so it's just assault. He'll get a lawyer, claim it was an accident, and be out in months. Meanwhile, I'm still a target. So what do you suggest? We disappear, just like my mother planned. We get new identities, new lives, we vanish, and leave everything behind? Our jobs, our house, our life? Or we stay and I die within 6 months. Those are our options. Trevor is quiet for a long time. Finally, okay, we disappear. We start over. I'll follow you anywhere. We land in Seattle at dawn. We go straight to First National Bank and present the key. The safety deposit box is in my mother's name, but I'm listed as an authorized user. Inside the box is everything we need. Birth certificates for Olivia and Daniel Chen, passports, social security cards, bank account information for offshore accounts totaling $300,000, detailed instructions on how to disappear completely. My mother has been planning this for over 30 years. Every detail is covered. Where to go, how to travel, what to avoid, how to stay hidden. There's also a letter, addressed to me. My dearest Isabel, if you're reading this, it means my worst fears have come true. Richard has made his move. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you better. But I've given you the tools to save yourself. Use them. Take Trevor and run. Don't look back. Don't contact anyone from your old life. Don't try to be Isabel Williams anymore. Become Olivia Chen. Live the life I couldn't give you. Be happy. Be safe. Be free. I love you more than life itself. That's why I'm giving you this gift. The gift of a future Richard can't touch. Run, my darling girl. Run and don't stop running. Love always. Mom. I fold the letter and put it in my pocket. Trevor is reading the instructions, his face pale. This is real, he says. She really planned for us to completely disappear. Are you ready for that? Are you? I think about my life as Isabel Williams. My job, my friends, my house, everything I've built. And then I think about my mother, lying in a hospital bed, dying of cancer, having spent my entire life protecting me from a threat I didn't even know existed. Yes, I say. I'm ready. We follow the instructions to the letter. We withdraw cash from multiple ATMs. We buy burner phones. We pack only essentials. We leave our credit cards, our phones, our old lives behind. We drive to Vancouver, Canada. From there, we fly to Hong Kong using our new passports. From Hong Kong, we take a cargo ship arranged through contacts my mother set up years ago to New Zealand. It takes 3 weeks. 3 weeks of traveling, of looking over our shoulders, of wondering if every stranger is working for Richard. But we make it. We land in Auckland as Olivia and Daniel Chen. We rent a small cottage in a town called Raglan on the West Coast. We open local bank accounts, we buy a car, we start building a new life. I get a job at a local art gallery. Trevor works remotely for a tech company that doesn't ask too many questions about his background. We make friends, slowly. We learn to surf. We watch sunsets over the ocean. And every day, I wait for the call telling me my mother has died. It comes 4 months after we arrive in New Zealand. Detective Chen calls the emergency number my mother left for me. Miss Williams, I'm sorry to inform you that your mother passed away this morning, peacefully, at the hospice facility. She asked me to tell you that she loves you, and that she's sorry she couldn't say goodbye in person. Thank you, I manage. Thank you for calling. There's something else. A man came to the hospice yesterday, said he was a family friend. We ran his ID. It was a fake. We have him on camera. Do you know anyone who might try to impersonate someone to get access to your mother? Send me the photo. He emails it to my burner phone. I open it. Richard Porter. Of course. I know him, I tell Detective Chen. He's dangerous. If he comes back, call the police immediately. We already did. But he disappeared before they arrived. I'm sorry. After we hang up, I sit on our deck overlooking the ocean and I cry. For my mother, for the life she lived in fear, for the 33 years she spent protecting me. Trevor holds me while I cry. She did it, he says. She kept you safe, and now we're here, and he can't find us. He'll try. Let him try. We're ghosts. We don't exist anymore. 2 weeks later, on what would have been my mother's 60th birthday, a package arrives. No return address, postmarked from Seattle. Inside is a photo. My mother's grave. Fresh flowers on it, white roses. And on the back, in handwriting I don't recognize, found you once, I'll find you again. The policy pays 6 months from date of death. You have 5.5 months to live. I show Trevor the photo. He goes pale. He knows we're in New Zealand. How? I don't know. But we need to move. Again. Where? Somewhere he'll never think to look. We pack that night. We leave everything behind. We fly to Australia, then to Argentina, then to rural Norway. We change identities again and again and again. Every few months, another package arrives. A photo, a message, a reminder that Richard is still looking, but he never finds us. Not really. Not close enough to matter. It's been 3 years now. 3 years since my mother died. The insurance policy has long since expired. Richard got nothing. His 15-year investment paid nothing. I'm Katarina Larson now. Trevor is Eric Larson. We live in a tiny village in northern Norway where winter lasts 9 months and everyone knows everyone and strangers are noticed immediately. We're safe. Finally, actually safe. Sometimes I think about the life I left behind. The life as Isabel Williams. The friends I can never contact again. The career I walked away from. But mostly, I think about my mother. About the $2 million life insurance policy that was never about money. It was about love. About a mother so devoted to protecting her daughter that she spent 15 years paying $437.50 a month to keep a predator at bay. She won. In the end, despite the cancer, despite Richard, despite everything, she won. I'm alive. I'm free. I'm safe. And Richard Porter is still searching for a woman who doesn't exist anymore. My mother's last gift to me wasn't the insurance policy. It wasn't the safety deposit box or the new identities or the money. It was the lesson that sometimes, to survive, you have to be willing to let go of everything you are and become someone new. Isabel Williams died the day Richard Porter pushed my mother off that cruise ship, but Katarina Larson is alive, and she's going to stay that way. Wherever you are, Mom, I hope you know. I hope you can see that your 15 years of paranoia, your 15 years of fear, your 15 years of life insurance payments, it all meant something. You saved me. And I'll spend the rest of my life living the life you gave me. Free, safe, alive. Thank you.